Hello and welcome to this lecture. And in this lecture, we will basically learn how to have a functionality to kind of add books into our database. So what we have learned till now is that we have basically created this button which says add book, but right now this doesn't do anything else. So if you click on it, as you could see, it basically remains the same. So what you could do is that you could add a little bit of functionality to it so that you will be able to add books dynamically into your website or into your database. So right now you have two options to add books. So the first option input from the user. So what we are going to do here is that we are going to provide a functionality for the user so that he could add his own book. Now I know that a normal bookstore won't have this functionality, that is to basically allow users to add his book, but I thought instead of wasting time and creating some another field or another table, I thought it would be better to basically learn how to add data into the table which is books. So what we are going to do is that we will basically learn how to add things up by using this button, and we are basically going to fill up the details. That is, we are going to create a form where the user could enter the book details, and as soon as the user hits submit, the form is going to get submitted and we will be able to see the newly added book right over here. So the first thing which you need to do is that you need to go to models.py. So if you go over here, this is your models.py file, and right now we have a class book, and we actually need to import something which is called as reverse. So simply go here and type in from django.core.url, and that should be URL resolvers import reverse, and that is basically going to reverse everything. And the next thing which you need to do is that in this class book itself, you actually need to have a function which is called as the get absolute URL. So you need to define a function here which says get absolute URL. So you type in def get underscore absolute underscore URL, and to this you actually need to pass in self. And once you have this function with you, this function is actually going to return the page to which we want to redirect. So basically we want the user to be redirected to the user's page. So we type in return, and then we type in reverse, and let's type in the view name. So that is going to be books colon detail. And one more parameter which we need to pass in is the primary key of that particular book. So in order to pass that thing as an argument, you type kwargs, which is keyword arguments, and to this you could pass in pk, which is nothing but your primary key, and then you could type in self.pk. So pk is nothing but the unique ID by which you could identify your book. And once this thing is done, you could go to views. So this is the views file right here, and here you actually need to import the create view. So as you could see, we actually had this detail view which basically gave us the details of the items present in our database. Now similar to detail view, we actually need to have something which is called as create view. So the create view basically allows let's say book_add. Give a comma at the end and you're basically good to go. Now once you're done with this, you're pretty much done. Now the next thing which you need to do is that you actually need to design the form which is going to accept this data. So we are going to go through that in the next lecture. So stay tuned for that and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.